If you're listening right now to the Little House 50th Anniversary podcast, we know something about you. We know that you're obsessed with Little House on the Prairie.
For more than half a century, Little House on the Prairie, the series and the books have been bright lights for people all over the world who seek out goodness, decency, and human connection.
Here on the Little House 50th Anniversary podcast, we celebrate everything that made Little House so special.
The stories, the characters, the actors, and the messages that have made Little House iconic family television.
And a perfect counterpoint to a world that feels like it's going off the rails every day.
Where is Michael Landon when we need him most? I'm your host, Pamela Bob.
And I'm your prairie bitch, Allison Arngrim.
And I'm Dean Butler.
Our hashtag imaginary boyfriend. Join us for our loving, quirky, and often irreverent conversations about the finest family drama in the history of television.
And the imperfect people who made it that way.
In this third season, we are extremely grateful for the support of VisitSeeMeValley.com for their continuing sponsorship of Little House on the Prairie and the Little House 50th Anniversary podcast. Well, hello, everybody. How are ya, bonnet heads? Hi, I'm Pamela Bob, your host, creator and star of Living on a Prairie, and superfan. I am here. Ooh, she's sipping some delicious beverage. Is that a cappuccino? What is that? It's our Prairie bitch. We'll find out in a second. Our Prairie bitch. We love her. Allison Arngrim's here. Yes, and Dean's sipping on some sort. I don't know what he's sipping on. Everyone's sipping on something. I have
No, this is coffee.
Today.
I make coffee in my office.
I already had my coffee. But anyway, he's here, our hashtag imaginary boyfriend, Dean Butler, both caffeinating. Hi, guys. How are you? What are you drinking?
Espresso with, I think this one's Cuban. I forget. They're from all different countries. I saw these the little cubes, and you put them in, and you order them, and this one's the Paris something, and this one's the Cuban this, and the African that, and the whatever. It's fabulous. And then it goes, and then you put the big French.
That's the technical term.
French sugar cubes. You go, it sounds like old AOL dial-up, but instead you get a cup of coffee.
Ooh, that's a good trade-off.
I was going to say, it's 3 hours earlier here, so Allison and I may still be sort of still waking up. You're halfway through your day. We're just starting our day here.
Yeah, I'm fully kitchen caffeinated. Renovations. Do you know how long it took me to find the coffee machine?
I was about to say.
Kettles in the bathroom.
I was going to ask, did you get a new espresso machine with your beautiful new kitchen? The renovations look amazing.
We already had, and we were like, quick, before it gets put away somewhere, put it in the bathroom and plug it in there so we don't miss a cup of coffee while this is happening. But yeah, I had to locate, and now where's the sugar? It's like, it's just finding stuff right now is like a little chaotic. But
I'll give you some sugar.
It's going very
Allison.
well. It's going very quickly.
That's good. It looks beautiful.
Oh, will you?
Yeah, sure. Thanks for laughing at my stupid joke. But listen, we have a big, I thinking about this episode is very surreal for me because this is one of my all-time favorites, and I can't believe I'm actually talking to the source itself. And we don't know what it is yet. No, of course, we'll keep that in suspense because we're going to do a little something different today, and Allison and Dean don't even know what I'm about to say. This is new.
Happening.
Okay, so first, we're going to break some norms today. I'm saying, hi, guys. This is the Little House 50th Anniversary podcast. What? I'm saying it now? That's crazy. Really? Yes, I'm saying it now. Welcome from UBN Go and Prairie Partners and Patreon and visit seemevalid.com. Thank you for joining us. We're doing something a little different at the start of this episode. So Valentine's Day is upon us. We are doing...
The format's blown up.
I know.
Okay.
Valentine's Day is sort of falling in between our episodes, so we're going to do our Valentine's episodes today and next week. And to start the segment, I thought maybe showing you guys, you know how they have the cards, they have sort of slogans or sayings on them for Valentine's Day that are very sweet and cute and, well...
Like the little candy hearts and stuff.
Yes. Well, Joy and Christine have put together some Prairie memes for us that we want to surprise you with and get some feedback for this Valentine's Prairie Fest. Okay, Tony, are you ready, my friend? Is he there? Is he answering? Oh, he's there. Can the listeners hear you, Tony?
He is.
Or is it just me? Can everyone hear you?
I hear him even.
No. It's just me. Oh, darn it. Okay, guys, Tony is here, our awesome producer. He's going to help. Okay, are you ready for the very first Valentine's card?
Okay.
And also, for those listening and not watching on YouTube, I'll try to explain what we are what we are looking at.
What's she doing?
You're not left in the dust. All right, here we go. Number 1. Yes.
Oh, fun.
The first card. Happy Valentine's Day. It's an image of Mary Ingalls, and the caption just reads, "Love is blind." Now,
And she looked so happy.
She looks so happy.
That's awesome.
Love is blind. Of course.
That's very sweet.
Love is
yeah.
blind. Oh, Mary. She found her match. It's all good. The fictional Mary, anyway. Okay, Love is blind. Number 2. Nels Olson.
Yes.
Love is
Yes.
blind.
Oh, nice. nice.
He really looks like he's suffering in this still image of him,
Nell,
doesn't
that's
he?
the ultimate in Love is Patient. You don't get more patient than Nels.
It's true. Do we think he was patient to a fault?
He has
or
some nice. He
appropriately
has
patient?
some nice moments with his beloved,
And
his
he
beloved
did.
in this
Nels-
episode.
Nels really did love Harriet.
Yeah.
Despite everything, yes.
Next one. Michelangelo's paw. I'd punch anyone in Walnut Grove for you, babe. This is appropriate in every way. He would, too. That's the thing. He absolutely would
always in a
punch
fight.
anyone in Walnut Grove. Or out of Walnut Grove. Thoughts? Feelings?
Yeah, no, yes. He,
yes.
he clearly loved the physicality of all of it. He was great at it.
I'm surprised Paul wasn't at Doc Baker more often with swollen
That's true.
hands and
Broken
fingers.
ribs. Yes. All right. Anything for love, baby. Okay. Next one. It's you, Allison, looking very snooty. And the caption
little
is,
red
I
nose.
usually get what I want. Today, that means you be my Valentine or else.
And I look very threatening.
Yes.
This is like a first season picture. I'm a little teeny thing in my yellow dress with those lovely big floppy red bows. Love that.
So now is this is your hair?
Is this
That
your
is
hair in
so
this
my
shot?
hair and my little sketchy bangs. And yeah, because this is like Bambino of the first season here. Just a wee thing. A wee thing.
They must have
Wow.
been freshly curled because they haven't
Yes.
lost their bounce yet.
I haven't gone.
Yeah, I mean that's like
down,
fresh in
down
the
to-
morning. That has to be.
Yes.
Yep.
Fresh out of the salon, out of Miss Whipple's.
Get a picture of her before we lose it.
Exactly. And you did often need to bribe or cajole those to be your friend.
Sour
or
balls.
your-
I have sour balls in the mercantile. I have candy. I have licorice. I have sour balls and chocolate.
Gosh,
Yes,
men are
candy,
easy to
candy
manipulate.
bribes.
Yes. Okay. All it takes is a couple sour balls. All right. Next one. Here you go, Dean. This is for you.
Oh,
It's
you're
Dean
the
as
sunshine
Almanzo.
to my shadow.
You're the sunshine to my shadow. Yes. You're the. I never know this title. You're the. What is the title?
Days of Sunshine,
You're the-
Days of Shadow. That's
Days
the one
of,
you
Days
keep
of
messing
Thunder.
up.
Yes,
Yeah.
Days of Thunder, Days of Storms. I don't know.
Days of yes.
And he's looking very fetching in his little hat. Yes.
Do you have a favorite still
Nice.
image of you, Dean, as Almanzo? Is there one that you're like, yeah, that's the one?
Yeah, I have a few, and I think this is a really good one.
great.
It's a really good.
Yeah, yeah, I think it is a really good one. You know, what's interesting about these hats is that, most Western hats, if it were a real Western hat, would be cut with a deeper brim, but because it was for camera, the brims are cut narrower, so light gets underneath the brim,
Right,
so
so you
you
can
actually
see.
see people's eyes in
If
these
they don't
hats, but
see
the
it.
impression is made with the hat.
So were these hats specially made?
No,
or
I
this is
and I
just...
loved this hat. I was really bummed that they took this hat away because I just thought the hat was fantastic.
Why did they take the hat away?
I think NBC wanted to see some presence of Michael, and so they
Michael hat.
gave me his
Oh, you
hat.
got the Michael hat.
in the last
Well,
two
that's
You
sort
became
of
a
an
man
upgrade.
and therefore warranted the Michael hat. That must be, yeah. But,
And
but
Yeah, and that
TV
just so
hats are
goes
different than
against
real
why people wore the hats that they wore. Hats were supposed to define the character, and I think this hat defined who Almanzo was wonderfully. So,
yeah, TV hats are
Oz hat was a
different
little
than
more
real hats.
complicated.
Yeah, real hats would cover your eyes and your face from the sun, but
Right.
TV hat, no.
Right.
So
Yeah, you
were
wanted
these
to
hats
expose.
made, or they're just bought hats that are just not the official hat that would have been worn?
Oh, I think these hats were made.
They make
You know,
them.
these hats were made
To make the
specifically.
custom-made brim in the front.
Yep.
I mean, look, they were part of
Interesting.
they were part of where they came from. They were part of the Western costume. You know, Western costume at that time was, and it was attached to Paramount Pictures. It was the go-to place. You know, they had a huge inventory. I mean, who knows who else
Wore that?
worn that hat?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
But all the TV hats had to be just like, so you couldn't just run out to the store and get a
Right.
cowboy hat for a movie because it would be wrong. Isn't that crazy?
The other thing that was sort of cool about these hats, you know, like the Triple X Beaver is a really thick, the Stetson hat that people wear. All of these hats were designed to be soft. They all had flexibility. At least our hats did. Now, Doc Baker's hat had a stiffness to it. Reverend Alden's hat, when he wore a hat, had a stiffness to it. But like, I've been trying to think. Yeah, Victor's hat was sort of floppy. Michael's hat had a soft brim. My hat had a soft brim. You just wanted to be able to maneuver it around, and you could crush it a little bit. So it was just a thinner. And I don't think it was. I wouldn't have said these hats were felt, but maybe they were felt. But really comfortable to wear. Good character hats. And when Michael fitted me for the hat, Mike Termini, who was the male costumer, brought about 6 hats to the costume fitting and laid them out so Michael could look at them. And I couldn't tell you what they all looked like.
Yeah.
I just know the one he picked.
Interesting, the city folk had black, stiff, solid hat. The Reverend Alden's flat little pastor hat.
Right.
Nell's and his little bowler and
Yes.
Doc Baker's hat. They're all black, solid hats. We are the city people and the country people. It's the floppy cowboy-esque. They were very particular. You know that's on purpose. You know that's on purpose, the way they sat down and did that. Yeah.
Were there different designers for the men than
So
there were for
we
the
got,
women?
I guess, are there more memes?
No, that was it. That I think
Oh, okay.
Tony was
They're
that
adorable.
it?
That
I
was
think that was
adorable.
it.
Oh, okay.
That was adorable.
No, there's
Oh, there's one more. Those are red violets are
Surprise.
fine, but if you marry a pig farmer, you're not getting a Valentine.
Mrs. Olsen.
And she looked again so happy, such a beautiful, lovely Catherine in that one.
That's way too happy, for that
She's
message.
so happy.
That's just way too happy a picture of.
But
yeah,
she's
I mean,
wearing a
Harriet
pretty
looks-
pink ribbon.
And that
in her
lacy
outfit,
thing?
so-
I wonder if this isn't from, I'll have to look, is this from maybe Back to School where she thinks she's going to palm Nellie off on Almanzo?
Oh, maybe.
This definitely is the face of a woman who's trying to sell her daughter to someone and is like, yay, I found a husband for that awful girl. It's
a wonderful
Very
picture of
thrilled.
her.
She's thrilled.
Great picture of her.
Well, these are so much fun. And listen, we want to involve our listeners, our audience in this too. So if you have a character and a phrase you want to put for your Valentine, please go to our YouTube.
Do it.
Not any of our other socials, just our YouTube channel, and write it in our comments section. And then on February 14th, Valentine's Day, we will choose the top 5 and make Valentine's cards out of them and post them on our social media. So please, 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 please join us and do it. It'll be so much fun. We're going to get such a kick out of it. And then you'll be featured on our social media platforms. So write your Valentines. Pick a character, any character. What would Miss Whipple do? I don't know. Be creative. What other random character? Kezia.
Kezia Valentine. Oh, Mr. Edwards
Kezia
Valentine.
Valentine.
Mr. Edwards.
I
Yeah.
want to see the Mr. Edwards Valentine. Yeah.
That'd be a good one.
Albert vomiting, just vomiting for no reason. I get morphine on Valentine's Day. I don't
It's
know.
for Albert. Albert, I'm addicted to you. Blah.
Addicted to
I have
you.
withdrawals if you are not here. I love you so much. I will
Addicted
puke from
to you.
withdrawals if I
Oh
cannot
my
have you.
God, we've got to make that one regardless.
awesome.
I'm
Good for
addicted
you,
to
Allison.
you, Allison.
Oh my God, your brain fires fast. Oh God.
Yes, Doc Baker. The choices are
On and
endless. Yeah, they're
So
so
don't
many
hold back
possibilities.
out there. Don't
Yeah,
hold back.
you
Go all
don't
the way
have-
with those Valentines. Do it.
Yeah, you don't have to be polite. We like it when it's not polite,
All
quite
right.
frankly.
What would Willie's Valentine be?
I just thought of something and I cannot
You'll
say
think
it
about
on
it
this
in a second.
podcast.
So bad you can't even say it. Right? I'm sure.
Maybe something about being in the corner. You've cornered me. Happy Valentine's Day. I don't know.
Yeah, you're right. Exactly. I'd be in the corner with you, or
Yeah,
come in the corner, be in the corner with me.
I love it.
7 minutes in the corner. I don't know. That's taking it dirty. I won't do that, you guys. Anyway, I already said this is our podcast. Hello, welcome. Listen, we're gonna take a little intro, and then we'll be back with this epic part 1 of our 2-parter episode for Valentine's Day, and it's one of my favorites. Okay, top 5 favorite episodes of all time. Okay, we'll be right back. Okay, we're back. It's almost embarrassing to tell you guys how many times I've watched this episode. These episodes. I'm kind of obsessed with them. They're definitely in my top 5 episodes of all time for Little House on the Prairie. So I'm psyched to start dissecting it straight from the source with you guys. Okay, Dean, tell us, what are we doing today?
Well, since you're so excited, let's tell everybody. Today we're talking about episode 23 of season 6, part 1 of He Loves Me, He Loves Me Not,
Epic.
which debuted on May 5th, 1980, written and directed by Michael Landon. So, Allison, what is this epic about?
Shenanigans. That's what I say. It's got shenanigans in it. What's it about? It is spring in Walnut Grove, which it eternally is because there's no snow, so it's never really winter in here. But there you go. Love is in the air, and apparently so is poor decision making. Yes, so much poor decision making. Laura finally gets her dream. Almanzo proposes. Wonderful, except for the part where Charles Ingalls, patron saint of stubbornness, calmly informs him that no daughter of his is getting married before she's 18. Which is actually like the one moment of sanity in this entire episode. But hey, what? No, it can possibly have that.
Correct.
Laura accepts this like a responsible young woman. No. Almanzo reacts like someone who just found out he's being sent to boot camp. Actually, everyone behaves horribly is what happens. But okay.
Yes.
Meanwhile, the Olsons, faced with the fact that Nellie's restaurant is basically the Prairie House of Horrors, decide to hire efficiency expert Percival Dalton. So much. Yes. Within days, he turns Nellie from rude, snotty, and allergic to work into slightly less rude, snotty, and allergic to work.
Listen.
Okay, come on. Which in Walnut Grove does count as a miracle. I love this one so much. Miles away, Adam learns his father has died and taken Adam's dream inheritance for the new school with the blind with him. Oh yeah, that one I will call shenanigans on that whole sequence. That was all very weird. It was very weird, that poor man. By the end, Nellie is crushing on Percival. Adam and Mary are grieving with dignity. And half of Walnut Grove is wondering whether Laura and Almanzo will ever get on the same emotional page. Yes. There is so much love in this episode and so much bad decision making and crazy shenanigans, and dare I say it, there are some, as we like to say, servicing the plot.
Yes.
But
our go-to
crazy,
term.
cuckoo, wacko plot lines and pieces of dialogue and vaguely out of character, insane things that happen.
I love it.
Where I go, I'm sorry, what? But then it all comes together at the end, and then it's like all okay, and I'm like, I have no idea what was that all about. But it was getting into the 80s. We're in the late 70s, and Michael was like, we need a real romance. We need to put those Dallas and romance people to show. We can show them romance on the prairie, because if they actually followed the books, it'd be like another 3 years.
Well, and you know how we know we've entered the 80s. We've entered the 80s and we've entered puberty because we have a lot of blue eyeliner And a lot of lip gloss
There's
going
makeup,
on,
there's
starting
makeup. All the
in
girls
this
are really
episode.
sneaky. Well, yeah, it's 1800s, like pretending not to wear makeup, but as opposed to the normal, Nat 10, Ben Nye, etc., Max Factor, all
I'm
those.
blowing Dean's mind. He's never
There's
thought of
pink
this.
lip gloss, and there's ever so slightly little mascara. And I know, because I was in the chair, and where do we go? And now you have lipstick. And it's like,
And
a
eyeliner.
nude. Yeah, it's not like lipstick. It's not like hot pink. It's not red. It's not even like this dark.
No.
It's a nude, but it's not like just plain makeup. It's a little pinkish.
And everyone
nude
has it.
on the
Ma
ladies,
has it.
And there's a little, we're all wearing the same one. It's like he's wiping it off between people. It's the same thing.
Harriet has it.
And the tiniest
Dean has
amount
never noticed this before.
He took like the mascara brush and went.
I am blown away by the different things that you notice that I just flat out did not see.
I mean,
did you notice that like the ladies were prettier and that the girls, that they look a little older?
Everyone looks beautiful in the episode.
Allison,
you look particularly beautiful in this episode.
Stunning in this episode, but indeed, Whitey has
even with eggs on your head, you look great.
There's a little like a brown pencil, not quite a full eyeliner, but it's a little brown around
the bottom
edge.
liner that gets me.
A little bit
the bottom
brown.
liner.
Oh, I think Laura's got
Melissa's
more bottom liner.
Hardcore and yours is hardcore.
I got hit with mascara and major lipstick. I have
Dean
lipstick.
doesn't know what to say. I was like, Laura's a woman now. She's rocking the gloss. Yes, she's a woman now. Okay, let's. Dean doesn't even know what to say. These are things we noticed. It was a huge deal. It still is. When I see Laura in this episode and her hair is down and she's got the eyeliner and the lip gloss, I'm like, oh,
outie.
There, she is officially a quote unquote woman now.
Nope.
Even
for child actresses, this is how you hit puberty on an 1800 show. You weren't going to get like makeup, but when they brought out the pink lip gloss stick and the little tiny bit of mascara, just kind of wave the brush in there. You were like, yes, makeup.
Yeah.
And you,
it's
a
lot.
Times better.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, sorry, I went on a tangent, but now we'll go back to the beginning of the episode, which
but I think that's a really interesting thing that people would notice.
Oh, the makeup.
I mean, some people would notice that. Other people, that just like right over the top.
And how
women all notice the women.
Yeah, of course.
Or some wonderful gay men notice as well, because I've definitely talked about this with Chris.
So interesting that. Well, all right. So this begs the question then: who is this being done for? Are they doing it for themselves, or are they doing it for others? And
my feeling is, I think it's officially the 1980s. This was what people liked seeing. And it was still subtle. It's just, if we're actually looking for historical accuracy, it's more than, and I know there's makeup to look like you're not wearing makeup, which certainly you need on a television show.
We're not wearing the saloon girl makeup.
No, but it's still, still noticeable to a point of like, is that blue eyeliner? Like it's a little more than what
it's enough to that the average viewer goes, oh, they all suddenly got prettier this episode.
And I think because they're aging up the characters also, they've added more, which I think to the audience's sensibilities translates to they're older, they're women now.
Yeah, the teenager, grown-up girl message. They're different because the children, everybody who's like 12 and 13, and they're not getting any pink lip gloss. The girls, they're not getting anything. So it sends a message subliminally, even if you're not going, oh, it's mascara. Oh, they're ladies now. They're young ladies. They're not kids.
And especially for... Yeah, and especially for the character of Laura, we have to believe that she's old enough, first of all, to have a serious love interest, and second of all, to even be engaged to be married. Like, the audience has to buy into that. Otherwise,
and they got to make me look good because Percival has to see something there. He tells me literally, I'm pretty. Yes. I better be.
Right.
Pretty, yes.
Dress it up. And then it's also, as you said, the 80s, all the other shows are going nighttime soap with just people, just makeup cascading off their faces, huge cantilever false eyelashes. It's like ridiculous.
No, it was the
time. We got to slap can we put a little, like just a little in the corner, a little mascara on these women to tart them up a bit.
With
I think
Laura,
also
it's very
it was a sweeps episode, so there's an enormous amount of energy on these episodes that aired during sweeps period. So maybe, but I think all the subliminal things that you're talking about, romance, I mean, that all totally makes sense.
Yeah.
It's so interesting when you're there doing it. Now, look, Allison, you were there. You know what they were doing. There was no difference in the way that, the guys were being made up exactly the same way. There was no change.
Your hair was super shiny. The hair got really shiny. They brushed you out a little more.
I'd say my hair was always really shiny.
Boom.
And you were definitely like powdered down. There was no shiner sweat. All the guys looked perfect. So yes.
Yeah, I will say there are some episodes where
all that studied
everyone
casual.
Looks a little
Gladys Whitten, our hairdresser,
dewy.
was always trying to keep the comb out of my hand. Just don't touch it.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Only the hairdressers are allowed to touch your hair. Don't mess with your own hair.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, let's take it to the top of the ep, because this has been I can't believe I'm getting the opportunity to actually say these things to you guys in person. Here we go. The episode starts off beautiful, scenic, by the little lake. Almanzo and Laura, her hair is down, baby.
At the Disney Ranch,
Her hair is down. The previous episode, they had their kiss. It's official. They're together. Woohoo! Very exciting. And then Almanzo, he's trying to tell her something, and he can't get it out. And then she's like, well, why didn't you just write it down then? And he's like, great idea. And I want to know, why does he have paper and a pencil? Why? Where did this come from? Does he travel with it everywhere he goes? Okay, I've been wanting to ask this question for like 40 years. Why?
And not even a good pencil. It broke.
No, it broke. And then he's like, I have a pen in my pocket.
And I
I'm
can
like,
just
you have a
tell
pen
you,
in your pocket? Why?
I just sat down to do the scene. Dean Wilson had it all propped. Everything is there. There's no explanation as to. I just wasn't thinking about that.
This is the shenanigans.
This is tomfoolery we're talking about.
There is shenanigans.
Yes.
We need this beautiful moment where he is too shy to say it. Oh, honey, you could write it down.
Just write
I shall
it
write
down.
it down. I can't.
Oh,
now,
here's a pen.
Here's an 8.5 by 11 A4
He's got
type.
a
Here
whole
we go.
stationery set in his pocket. What is going on? Of course, this is the kind of nonsense that suddenly magically happens this episode that we don't really question because we're so busy being in love with everybody.
No, totally.
But then you later go, the hell did he get paper?
Why does he have paper? Now,
That's
if
a great comment.
if you reached into your pocket and had a little notepad and like a mini pencil, that I buy. I get that totally. Why does he have a full stationery set with him on this little outing outdoors? It's very bizarre. Anyway, I don't care. I love it.
Well, maybe
I'm not mad at
Laura
it.
has it.
Why? Why is she walking around the prairie?
She didn't provide it. I just picked it up.
You pulled it out like Bugs Bunny when he magically has pockets. It just like appears out of freaking nowhere. It's brilliant. It's one of the many.
But not only that. This is the part that also always got to me, and I cannot believe I'm asking you this. Okay, here we go. So now he's writing. And finally, when he finally says it, he says, Laura starts reading it and she says, I love you and I want to. And then the pencil breaks and she's like, you want to what? And
it gets weird. It gets really weird. Shenanigans.
Yes. Now, the grammatically correct response would be, I love you and I want to marry you.
I want you to be my wife.
Right.
Oh, I want to marry you.
Or
right,
I want,
right. Okay.
But instead he says, be my wife, which would translate to I love you and I want to be my wife.
I want you to be my wife.
Incorrect.
Which means he was going to say marry. He was going to say the verb
marry.
I want to marry you. I want to. He wrote to. I want to get married. I want to make you my wife. There's a big he wrote the to. He's modified the verb here, and it's like
it has bugged me since I was 8 years old.
Yep.
Why?
Yep.
Why did they write it that way? Now,
because he told me that by then he's forgotten what he was writing down. I gave him that one because he's like, yes, he was gonna. I want to marry you, and then he went, be
Dean,
my wife.
am I killing? I'm killing Dean.
This is all way beyond me. I just learned the dialogue.
Did what they told him to. Now, also, I noticed in the scene,
Michael had written the episode and was directing the episode. Even if I had seen a grammatical problem, never would that have come up.
No, of course
never.
not.
And that's why I think he was going to write it that way. But then he, like I said, he's totally discombobulated. He's proposing. He has no idea what the hell he's saying.
Right.
So, of course, he's switched to the other phrasing. But this is also a scene where we see Laura starting to give Almanzo the hard time. She, before, worships him like a puppy dog. Yes. And has the big crush, the puppy love crush. But now she's like, well, now spit it out and I'll write it down. Or what's wrong with you? Let's go. Which now we're getting back
now
to
I'm
more,
the puppy. Yeah, Almanzo's the puppy.
Which is now more like the books where Laura was like, well, what are your intentions? And we're like, okay, well, now we're getting more real. Like, and this dynamic goes back and forth and back and forth. That's where I call shenanigans. Because God forbid you follow the books. Then Michael flipped the script on this twice. He did two giant reversals. One, in real life. Okay, well, first of all, in real life, Almanzo was way older than you. Yeah, he 10 years older than Laura. So age difference made me like way over. But he was very young, Almanzo. He went after Laura. Laura did not say, oh, I love this man.
Yes.
He
pursued her.
But it was 1800 super duper chaste. He went to her parents and said, can I walk with her and you guys back to like the house from church social? It was like
I don't remember that.
They were 10 feet away.
But they did let him take her on drives, which is really...
And that was later. But their first thing was just like, can I walk her home from the church social? Okay, they lived over there. The parents were 10 feet away. The house was like 10 yards away. They lived across the street. So it was like, that was the big thing. It wasn't like, oh, hey, I think your daughter's hot. It was like, may I walk her the 10 yards over the house?
It's a little like that scene in Godfather 2 where we see Michael and Apollonia walking and then suddenly the whole family's there behind them.
Exactly. It was that kind of, you are chaperone. So the very first move, if you can even call it a move, that Almanzo made was absolutely, he was walking her home from church and the parents were, and it was but Almanzo indeed, and Laura didn't care. Laura was like, why does he want to walk me home from church? I live over there. And they're like, shut up, go. And because she was like oblivious. And then finally, the long drives, and the cutter, the sled. And even then, she gave him the business and said, if you think I'm dating you or marrying you or something, just because you're driving me all the way out here, you should probably stop. If you're just doing this to like gain favor, you can just not show up. And he went, okay, and then showed up the next day. It was like, no, because he really loved her, blah, blah, blah. But Laura was like, no, I am not pursuing this. I am obsessed with my career. I want to teach. I really don't care if a guy wants to drive me places and marry me. Don't care. And Almanzo was like, I see something here. I want to very quietly and slowly convince this girl that I'm a good husband. The other flip the script is Ma thought it was a terrible idea, and Pa thought it was a great idea in real life. Because Pa, he didn't tell Laura this, but technically during the long winter, Almanzo kept them all from dying. They were all starving to death. And then when they're first into Smetten, it's the horrible long winter, there's no food.
Pa discovers that they've got wheat, and he insists that they give him some.
It's a marvelous
so they
scene in the book.
Did.
He kind of like stares at Almanzo. It's like, you're from wheat hiding in the wall. People are dying. Hello.
Right.
And Almanzo's like, hey, I'm cool, man. And gives him a bag of wheat and says, like, please don't tell anyone. And he doesn't. So it is totally their secret. But he comes home. He has food. So they don't die. It's enough to keep them from dying. So they have enough caloric intake. So technically, Almanzo just saved the life of the woman he's going to marry later. Wow. So he has saved the family from death. And it's kind of on the down low because, of course, Pa didn't tell everybody that he had wheat in the wall. He wasn't going to rat him out. So it's kind of their secret. So Laura doesn't know that Almanzo saved her from starvation. They had no clue. But Pa knows that he is a good man and that this man was willing to hand over the wheat and save this family. So
this was his seed wheat that he was going to be using to raise his crop, and he ended up giving some. And
it was really important. He was really hanging on to it, but they were going to die, and they needed to grind it up in the coffee grinder to make food. So Pa sees Almanzo was a good catch that he did say them, so he knows this. So when he says, hey, very chaste, we're just going to go on rides and things, He thinks it's great and thinks Almanzo's a catch. He's like, absolutely, you should get in the sleigh. Go. Ma is the one who flips out and says, she's 15. She's 15. What the hell are you talking about? She's 15. And Pa's like, it's Almanzo. He's like, the guy with the food, kind of thing. So Pa in the books thinks it's a wonderful idea that Almanzo is a wonderful man, which is true. And he knows that he's a wonderful guy because he gave him the seed wheat. The brother, Royal was not going to hand over the seed wheat. Right. Let's face it. Royal would have said, I have no wheat in the wall. I have no idea what you're talking about. Almanzo gave him the food. So Pa knows that Almanzo's the real deal, that he's a good man. And Ma's like, I don't know this. Some dude, and she's 15. I don't care who he is or how old he is or anything. He's 15. Shut up. So in this show, this is reversed. Pa does the usual dad, not my daughter bit. Of
course.
Right.
And Ma is like,
she's all for it.
And Ma is scheming to get these two
she's
together.
great. Karen was wonderful in this.
She's so good in this. But it's a complete flip. And having the flip of where Laura likes him first. Mm-hmm. So it's a complete reversal. It's a little...
It had to be played that way.
Of course
it had to be, because it was too weird.
On television, it had to be played that way.
Because there's no way you could explain to people, like, you couldn't do... Even if you had him like her, you couldn't do it the 1800s courting their head, because it would have taken 3 more years of very long buggy rides.
Right.
Well, and the
then
audience,
it wouldn't have made any sense.
And the audience, hence the makeup in this episode, the audience still is viewing Laura as a little girl. I mean, she was wearing braids until last episode, right? Like there was no sort of transition into her womanhood. It went from braids to I want to marry him.
In the book, her hair is down for a long time before she goes on that.
It's amazing. It's amazing to me that as I was looking at this, that here Sweet 16 is literally the week before.
The week before. The
right.
episode
That's why it's crazy.
And the next week we have this. It's like, this is how much time has it for the audience? 7 days have passed.
Right, exactly.
Back to school was like a year ago, because I just got the freaking hotel. That's the back to school thing. This is like just happened. It all just happened.
Right.
Yeah, it really was. I went on Reddit yesterday. I shouldn't have done that. I went on Reddit yesterday to see what people thought about this episode.
I think we're going to do an Reddit episode. Tell me.
I just got Almanzo got ripped on Reddit for this episode.
No, I love him. And you're so good. This scene is so sweet and tender. Why? Because he acts like a brat.
Why were they mad at you on Reddit?
Oh,
why
because
were they mad at Almanzo
because Almanzo was,
impatient.
Some of the descriptors: douchebag, impatient. Yeah, right. All that. It was more. All of them were more in the douchebag category as opposed to just impatient. It was,
or as Ma says, awkward and maybe not that bright.
Yes,
they trash you. Or they trash you. But see, that's another shenanigans out of character. When they have the whole thing and Pa says you got to wait, and Almanzo flips out and goes. I'm like, whoa, what happened to Mr. Patient? Like,
yes, Mr. Kind.
Now suddenly he's having a temper tantrum.
Again, servicing the plot. He's got to drive this forward. Everything is about Michael. It's driving the plot. The overarching character was far less important than the need of the individual plot.
This is, and remember, folks, this is Michael wrote it, directed it, produced it. This is all Michael here. Michael, you throw this at his feet. But it's also Michael looking at, okay, here we are. This is it. This is the romance. People go, is there a romance in the show? Yes, there is. It's Lord Almanzo. This is it. And it's almost 1980, and we got to get this show on the road. Yeah. And this is a show, and we can't do 1860, 1870. We got to move this along. Yeah. How do we strike a balance between the very boring 1800s romance and a soap opera Dallas Dynasty romance? How do we make it work?
Who of you have seen Wyatt Earp? Kevin Costner, Wyatt Earp.
No, not that one.
I have not seen that. No. Weren't you in a Wyatt
You seen
Earp, Nellie?
Nellie.
I just called you Nellie,
very
just
romantic.
So you know that's how I'm
when,
into this
when
episode.
Wyatt Earp finds the girl,
yes,
it's incredibly romantic.
Well, this episode is
in that time period. All right,
Sweet 16 through both of these
we could
next
talk
ones.
about this.
Okay. Well, let's
We've
move
established we think it's weird. Okay, go ahead. There we go.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's proposed.
So now
proposed,
let's move into the second story.
Correct. Now
yes. Oh, right.
We're in,
right. No,
now
she
we're
says
in,
she says yes, and there's
says
another
yes.
kiss.
Yes.
Yes, they kiss.
Also, by the way, Dean, you are lovely in this scene. You are so sweet and adorable and just precious. Bravo to you. Bravo. Perfect tone.
I felt as I watch it, I feel like it's one of the most agonized questions. It's like, it feels like it's like I look at myself and I go like, what were you thinking about?
No, he was nervous and awkward. What did Boss say? He's awkward.
Yeah, well, okay.
Awkward and possibly not too bright. I'm going to say that all the time now.
All right.
You're so perfectly, because you're so nervous. It's perfect. Don't judge your performance. It's perfect. It's perfection. What would you have done differently now?
God.
What would you have done differently?
I have no idea. Right? I just know whenever I've seen this, I've just looked at it and say, for someone who, here's the deal. You think you're wanting to be cool. There's no cool here.
But he's not supposed to be cool.
You're playing the least cool guy in television freaking history, man. Sorry. You're the least cool guy. That's it. Almanzo was the opposite of cool. Well, that's all. Sorry. God, why it works.
Anyway, yeah, but look, I always appreciate cool how lovely and supportive you both are of these moments. That just as I look at them again, I like, oh God.
How we're always our own worst critics for sure. But please trust that you are just perfect.
Yes.
It's perfection. 10 out of 10.
Okay.
Couldn't get better.
Well, thank you for that. On Reddit, they thought I was a douchebag, but okay.
But not in this scene, at least. Not in the opening scene. Maybe later. We can talk about
I don't know what
later.
Scene it was. Maybe it was later. It was the scene on the bridge, which we'll get to eventually.
Which is douchebaggery at its best, for sure. But that's not your fault. You were written that way.
I'm not bad. I'm just drawn that way.
Yeah, I'm just right. Exactly. I love that. Yes, from Roger Rabbit. Oh, my God.
It's so you.
I'm not so bad. I'm just drawn this way.
Yeah, somewhere I did write down he is kind of a dork here, but
which is sweet.
It works.
It works.
You're like a dork.
Listen, if you were too cool,
I'll accept that. I'll accept that from the two of you. Thank you. All right.
Been a match
for her.
It wouldn't have been a match for her.
The way I look at this, if Michael had wanted something different, he would have asked for it. So it's like
that's right.
He was right there. He was watching all of it.
Yeah. No, she also, like, with your scene partner, if he was too, like, macho man, it wouldn't have worked. Yeah. It just wouldn't have worked. It wouldn't have. So it's perfect. 10 out of 10. Now we are at Nellie's restaurant, and here's my favorite subtle prop in the entire canon of Little House on the Prairie, which is you are reading the love stories novel.
I am reading love stories, but it's foreshadowing. What is Nellie's freaking problem?
Yes,
she does not have a boyfriend. She lacks love. She does not have romance in her life. So she is pining somehow. She's miserable to everyone.
It is a perfect
and looking stunning as you're doing it too.
Looking stunning.
That I can see very clearly.
I look so great.
But
I got guest star billing. My agent was so happy because we got a whole thing where Steve and I got guest star billing. For those of you at home, in this era, the 70s, for your agent on a series to suddenly move you up to guest star billing was like a huge deal, a big perk. Your agent was very proud.
That was always Kent McCrae's and Michael's discretion, and they could do whatever they wanted.
Cheryl talked to them, and they said, absolutely, you may then be. And yes, I do not give an absolute flying rat's behind what is happening in the kitchen. I am he's like, what about this? What about, I don't know. What do I'm reading the book.
Your scowl is ridiculous.
I so don't care. And I am reading love stories, which is hilarious. And, I do my best when Mrs. Ingalls here, and Catherine, even when she comes and goes, she's doing her best. I just like to say I am clearly not doing my best. This is very obvious. I'm not trying at all. I am not trying the slightest. I love that. Yes, I love this scene. I'm brilliant. I look fabulous.
You are.
I nail it. I
correct.
I have no notes.
See, Dean, take it from Allison. She could look at her performance and say, yes, 10 out of 10. I look great. I acted great.
There's there's one or two I go, oh, I should have maybe, no, I should have, but this is like,
nailed it.
Beautiful.
Nailed
this is
it.
just lovely.
And
This is great.
whoever's idea was to have the Love Stories book, if it's Michael Landon, it just shows you what a genius he is.
You know it was.
God.
You know it was. He did. He handed me the book, and then I mean the outrageousness when he, well, you should have stopped her and giving me the hotel. How? By being a man? She's talking to her father like that. Jeez, Louise. And then he's like, well, if you were a woman, you'd be
and that's the burn. Is that he says? Well, he says. I even wrote this down. Is if you behaved like a woman, you wouldn't need this restaurant to get a man. I mean, that's why your mother bought it for you. I mean, burn of all burns.
And true, because she deeps it. And then mercifully, I love the doorway thing. Catherine's coming through the door thing, and I was just like shove her out of the way as I go. The physical stuff with me and Catherine, we just like hit each other. We didn't even care. We just like do it. What was it? Catherine, a great McGregor, another Mrs. Olson says, "I've never listened to you before. I'm certainly not going to start now." This was brilliant. Yes. And she also says Mrs. Ingalls is just a peasant.
Just a peasant.
I'm on the floor during this. I'm
Mrs.
dying.
Ingalls is just a peasant.
Peasant.
Single-handedly keeping that restaurant going.
Oh my God! Yeah, wonderful.
Oh God, it's so good.
This is where I actually wrote down when the pause says no here. Poor Almanzo is such a dork. You feel so bad for him. I actually wrote that down.
So now we're skipping forward. But the point of the diner, I call the restaurant the diner. The point of the restaurant scene is that the restaurant is failing.
Yes.
Nellie doesn't give a
they're not paying.
about this
They're telling me they don't pay. You have $13
money every day.
Nothing. and so Nels is like, we're
for
shutting.
some reason they don't pay. You say
they don't pay.
Yeah.
And so Nels wants to shut it down. Mrs. Olson is like, hell to the no. I'm going to get a specialist in here, and she will learn. She will learn. If it kills me, she will learn. So now we go back to the little house. Awkward family dinner time where they're all sitting.
And you're so awkward, Dean. You were so awkward at that table.
So uncomfortable.
And Laura's plotted the whole thing, and Ma's plotted the whole thing. He's going to tell Pa that we're getting married, and you're just like, and that's where I wrote, yes, he is such a dork, and we all our hearts go out to you at that table. Sweet. We love you. It is. It's like if you sat down and said, I need to make this person the most awkward human being ever to walk the earth and sympathetic, and you just go, that poor guy. That was it. Nailed it.
She nailed it.
And here's the thing. I think no guy would want to look at himself and see that. No guy would want to see that. I mean, it's just, I think that's the thing. The performance is the performance, but you look at yourself and go like, oh my God, that's how I'm going to be perceived.
Don't worry, you're going to turn into a douchebag in 5 minutes after this.
You're going to get worse. Yeah,
in just a minute.
It flips.
Okay,
but how in just a minute?
Do you think I feel? I mean, how many scenes do I have where I'm pulling one of my hideous faces and saying terrible things, and I'm like, I'm ugly and I'm mean, and people are going, she's a horrible person, and I'm also the things we like the mud fight, and it's like I will be remembered for the rest of my life going.
Well, and you have been remembered for the rest of your life doing that, and people love you for it.
And but Dean, that's what I mean. There,
but Dean, no one sees you in the way that you think people are seeing you. No one is seeing you the way that you are looking.
No, of course. No, I get it. I get all that.
I mean.
You're a hashtag imaginary boyfriend. Come on, that title comes with great responsibility.
They're going, he's so awkward. He's such a dork. Oh, and falling in love. They're loving that you're the awkward dork of the universe at that dinner table.
So he finally says, I want to marry your daughter. Yes. Carolyn, the silent gasp.
Next week.
And next, what was it, next week? You said next week, right? Or was it next month?
That month. You're looking up.
Next month.
It was next month.
Which Pa is like, record scratch.
That does surprise me, Pa.
Yes.
Right.
Now... They go outside.
Once he got it out, he was pretty clear about what he had in mind.
Sure was. And Pa obviously is like, no, she literally just turned 16. Like, she doesn't know who she is yet. Wait till she's 18. Here's the question.
Fair enough.
Why does he want her to wait till she's 18, but he was going to marry Mary off to John Jr. at 15? What's happening?
Have you seen her?
That's true. She is mature.
And that's the thing. That's the thing in this episode. All our different ages. I mean, we're all okay. I have to remember we're all really close in age. Nellie is like apparently they feel Nellie. They're acting like I'm a late bloomer, like they haven't palmed me off already. What is wrong with this woman?
Do you think you're supposed to be like 18 in this?
Yeah, I'm 17. I'm like turning 18.
You're clearly older than
definitely older than Laura.
Nellie is clearly older than Laura.
So she's like 16. That's the thing. Melissa Sue Anderson, Mary, pops up in this episode. She's only 1 year younger. She's a year older. She's a year older. Melissa, she's a year old. She's right in the middle. So. She's already been married for quite some time,
and she looks older. Yeah,
she's like the mature woman with the blind school, and it's like she's just 16. She's like just turned 16. I'm like 17, and. Then Laura is 15, but the difference in how we carry ourselves, how we walk, how we talk, our voices, everything, because that's life.
Right.
That is what happens. Humans do not all fit in a box and do not all magically pop up and go through puberty at exactly the same speed.
Interesting. This episode premiered just 3 days before Melissa's 16th birthday.
That's correct. Talk about tomfoolery and shenanigans.
Yeah. Her birthday's on May 8th. It premiered on May 5th, 1980.
And so I was 18 that January. Yeah. That's how,
What was, just off topic, historically, what was the normal marriage age for a woman during this time?
It actually was early 20s. There were a lot of teen marriages, and just like now, out in the country, people are marrying younger. In the cities, they married older. But it worked out average-wise. I remember looking it up once and going, "Oh, it's not. It's like 20." The women were, but it depends. Where were they living? What were they doing? Were they living in the city? Were they planning to go to school? Blah 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 blah. It's like 20, but 18 was okay. But obviously, yes, out in the country, out on the farm, 15, 16, well, let's get this show on the road.
Yeah, that's
People
crazy.
did marry somewhat young. It averages out to that because some did wait. I mean, you had your Eliza Janes who took forever to get married, clearly. And
the spinsters,
but it wasn't, we see it now, we in movies and shows and things, we go, oh, they were all getting married at 14, 15. They're not, because going back to the books, Shores of Silver Lake. By the Shores of Silver Lake, one of Laura's friends, she and her friends are driving, and this other girl has just gotten married, and she's like 13 or 14. And everyone is flipping out. Her friends are like, that's awful.
And in the
Why is she
1930s,
getting
she wrote it that way. That's interesting.
She wrote it that way, and apparently at the time. But it's interesting because their thing isn't like, ew. They just go, well, now she's not going to have any more fun. That's way too early. Right. She's like 14. She's going to be doing dishes all day. Ew. What a drag to get married at 14.
She's an old, she's a young man's slave.
Right. Yeah, she's gonna be an old lady.
Or the old man's darling.
She'll never have any fun. Yeah. She can't go. Yeah, she can't go horseback riding with us. But they all agree that 13, 14, and Laura's ma even goes, "Oh no, that's," and I married Pa Young, but not 13. That's crazy talk. So they weren't really marrying off all the children in the 1800s en masse. We see that because it looks younger to us, but there was a mix. So 15 wasn't unheard of, for sure.
Right.
And again, they're out in the country, so yeah, it would be younger. But Mary clearly just was older. She looked older, walked older, talked older. Her voice got lower. Just did much. She looked older than me. And
Melissa Sue had a countenance about her which was just felt more mature.
Yeah,
definitely felt more mature. She was the voice of morality. She was the voice of correctness. So she projected that. I think that's just very much who she is, and it just. Michael tapped into that quality that she had really well.
And plot-wise, since the real Mary never got married, they were kind of like, it's a free-for-all. Shall we marry her off? What the heck? Totally. And whereas we know Laura got married at 18. So, I mean, Paul's almost like, it's not in the book. You can't get married yet.
Well, anyway, so he takes Almanzo out. Another technical question. Were all the outdoor night scenes outside of the little house were on location, or was that
stage.
all stage? That was the
That
stage.
all looks like
Yes.
stage.
Okay.
to me.
Oh,
Yeah,
that was
yeah,
clearly on the
Sound
stage.
stage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all.
Just wanted to make sure that this is where dreams die, learning what's actually
Yeah.
real and what's not real.
When we're in the when there's a restaurant scene through the doorway,
You can
because
see
now it's
the-
all high def. You can see that
You
it's
can see the
indoors.
back flat. Yes, I noticed that. You can see the painted backdrop of the trees in the back. Yeah, for sure.
Hey, it looked good in the
Yes.
70s.
It was
It
all
sure-
sort
it
of
still looks
soft,
good, it's
painted
just-
soft focus, but yes, you can see it.
Yeah, you can see
can.
it.
Now-
Now they do these things with video walls, and all these have huge LED monitors outside the windows of sets, and they can put anything they want there.
Well, you can
It
tell
looked
that
great
the
in
girls.
79.
Yes,
Of course
it
it did. But also with the HD, we've talked about this before, you can see all the girls have the acne and the hormone
Oh yeah,
acne.
my skin.
It's all up the chin, which is where the
and you
hormonal
should have
acne
seen
is.
before they put the makeup on me. They put the
Yeah.
medicine on, the makeup on. Oh,
Yeah.
you should have seen me when I rolled in that morning. It was,
Yeah.
We were hi, welcome to adolescence. I had terrible skin.
Were you,
I
were,
know, you
were
poor
you like doing
girls.
vitamin A and like the sort of
What
burning
was
your
it back
face
then?
to
We didn't-
dry
I don't
it
think
out?
we did vitamin A yet. We did E, and then we figured out Clearasil sucked, but benzoyl peroxide totally worked. And oh no, this was because you're on a series, you have money, and you go to the dermatologist
Yeah,
in
of
Beverly
course.
Hills and go, seriously, dude, I need help. And for all those of you with acne, there's many different kinds of acne. As I learned at the dermatologist, very, very expensive dermatologist said, there's actually not much we can do. The benzoyl peroxide will kind of work, and just keep your hands off your face. Good luck. And I was like, what? And he's like, okay, there's many kinds of acne. There's the kind that causes the scarring that people wind up
Right.
having to deal with later. He says,
The
but
Robert
you
Redford
have
acne.
yeah, the
basically.
pits. He
Yeah.
said, but that's a whole other thing. He said, you have is totally surface. This is classic hormonal
Yep.
adolescentitis caused by hormones. And he said, the good news, it is not the French fries you ate. It is not the chocolate you ate. It has nothing to do with any of that. It is not peanuts. It is all absolute BS. It is the hormones in your body. Whoopsies. And they make too much
You're a
oil.
woman
and your body
now.
can't process it, and your face breaks out. He said, keep your face clean, but don't go scrubbing the bejesus out of it and putting all that weird stuff on your face they sell you, because you're irritating it more and making it worse. So wash your face very gently. I found if I stuck my face in a chlorinated pool or took a swim after work, let the chlorine kind of dry.
That dries you out. Yeah.
It would massively clear up an outbreak. And the benzoyl peroxide worked. He said that sort of works. He said 90% of what you buy in the store for acne does nothing. So he said, but the benzoyl peroxide's good. This is good. This is good. He said, most of that stuff, sorry, it's crap.
That must have been so awful.
You have to go to
work
Beverly
and being like,
Hills
"Ugh."
and spend a fortune on a doctor to get the truth.
find- you
Find
to do
out
nothing.
that you've
Yeah.
been blowing your money at the counter at the drugstore for nothing. He said, yes, we can prescribe you like antibiotics, but then you'll be on antibiotics, you'll be sick, and that only temporarily. Like, yeah, you could go on tetracycline, you'll clear up your face, but you'll throw up all the time. So you probably don't want that. So yeah, he says what you're going to do is you're going to wash your face very gently, stop scrubbing and ripping up your face. You're going to use the benzoyl peroxide and don't touch your face germs, but you're going to eventually not be in puberty anymore, and your skin will clear up. And then he said very nice things. He said, this is not the kind that causes scarring. Your face will be fine when this is over. He said, also, you're apparently producing an enormous amount of oil and moisture. I go, yeah. Yay. He says, I'm going to tell you this, it's crazy, but years from now, your friends who have
You're gonna be
perfect skin in
great.
high school, they will have more lines in their
That
face that
this
get
is
dry
true.
sooner, and you will be, and here, I guess this is the day.
Proof is in the pudding, baby. Look at that
I'm
forehead.
64, and yes, so this was my payback for having acne as a teenager, is I get to look like this.
Yep.
This is
'Cause
it right here. This is the
There is
payback I
a
get.
lot of
And
makeup
yet
on this.
another massive digression, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, we'll get back. We'll get back to
but
it.
really
She brought up the
interesting.
acne. It is true. Those of you watching our acne, that is what happened. And
I think we should take a quick break here on let people think about the acne and then
Okay,
come back.
we're going to take a
Puberty,
break
and we'll be
before
right back.
Almanzo's douchebaggery begins.
Yes.
All right, guys, we'll be right back.
When you visit Simi Valley, California, you're stepping into the pages of history. Go from the pioneers to the presidents. Explore beautiful wildflowers, hike through iconic Hollywood locations, and end your day aboard the actual Air Force One at the Ronald Reagan Presidential Library and Museum. Throughout the summer, take the Little House 50th Anniversary Tour at Big Sky Movie Ranch. Less than 15 minutes from Los Angeles and 30 minutes from Universal Studios, Simi Valley has small-town charm with big-time history. Go to visitsimiValley.com for more information. We are so grateful to visitsimiValley.com for their commitment to presenting the Little House 50th Anniversary podcast.
All right, we're back. Dean,
now's
your chance to shine.
We're already into this an hour now.
Yes.
Oh, we're
go.
We're insane. Let's go for the
All right, now pause
Yeah.
no, you're waiting till you're 18, and Almanzo's like, hell to the no. That's
And he
not
goes,
going to
"No." He
happen.
goes,
And he leaves. And Laura's devastated. And the next discussion.
We're not going to talk about the scene.
Well,
I always sort of liked that scene. I had so few scenes with Michael that were, well, no, that was just one of those nice scenes. And he wrote it in a way that, that Almanzo's standing up for himself and Pa's telling it the way it's going to be. And
that's very sensible, actually.
Again, servicing the plot. There was a more reasonable person would have gone back into the house and had the pie and figured it out. But no, in the interest of the plot and exploding Laura's world, it has to go this way.
Listen, Almanzo matured a lot over the course of the series, because you did start off sort of slight chauvinist, slight, short temper, you had your stuff, but you grew, you expanded, you developed, you became a modern guy.
He was all about letting Laura work and they don't say obey in the wedding vows, but
it took
he
has
a temper. Yes. And here he flips out and is totally irrational, because he should have gone back in the house and said, well, I guess we'll talk again. Maybe I can talk him into it. But instead, I'm just going to leave. I'm just going to leave. Yeah. It's like, idiot.
I'm not making it easy for you, Mr. Ingalls.
No. Yeah, woof. Yeah, imagine saying that to someone's dad.
Maybe that's where the douchebag comment happened.
Maybe. Okay, so now Laura's devastated, and Ma's talking to her in the loft, and I wrote in my notes, this conversation with Ma is the exact reason why she should not get married right now. She should wait, because she's a child who knows nothing about relationships or anything going on, and she's worried that Almanzo will not come back, and what if he finds someone else? And he won't wait if he doesn't. If I don't, we're just run off and get married to him. He's never going to wait for me. And Ma's like, well, if he's like that, then you don't want him anyway. But also, Allison, what's the line?
Anyway. Yeah,
maybe he is a bit awkward.
She said, Mom makes Laura defend him with the, he's not even that handsome. Oh, no, he's handsome. Well, and he's kind of awkward, and I'm not sure terribly bright. I don't think he's that bright. It was almost like he's slow.
He's just really shy. He's just really shy. Her reverse psychology is interesting.
I love the line in light of all the, I love the line where she talked to you may only like men with dark hair.
With dark hair.
Laura says to
that was
Caroline.
Adorbs.
And,
now, again, hijinks and shenanigans. Ma has gone into this weird love guru zone. Where she can think it's not a matter of right and wrong. It's not about right and wrong. Since when is it not about right and wrong on this show? When does
so
Ma
strange.
suddenly go, right, wrong, like you're in love? What has happened to Ma? What has she been
so interesting. She's ready to pawn her daughter off tomorrow. Knowing
she's
how young she is.
No, it's love. All the things I've said for the last, how many years on this show about right and wrong. Yeah, your love's love. Where did this come from? I was taken aback that Ma was just like, no, it's great. You're in love. Go for it.
It is odd. It is odd. I mean, she knows she is in love with him.
Let's get the douchebaggery out of the way on the bridge and.
Okay, yes, bridge moment.
So we can go to the
douchebag on a bridge.
Back to Disney Ranch.
Okay, so now Laura meets Almanzo. They're on the. Why do you call it the Disney Bridge? Why is it
on the Disney Bridge? We've going back and forth to their place all the time. We just I don't know why he chose that particular. It was a beautiful location.
Yeah, gorgeous.
Classic in every Disney movie ever was this lake, and it was.
And they had this beautiful covered bridge. It's everything, and they had the pond, and they have everything, and it's Golden Oak Ranch, which was Disney's, as opposed to Simi Valley, as opposed to the back lot. Let's go to the other ranch and shoot all this. Yep.
Right. Okay.
I think when we were out there that day getting ready to shoot this, the General Lee and another car when Dukes of Hazzard was there shooting at the same time.
Shut up.
And the General Lee came tearing around to turn in a break in our shooting and being chased. And so,
oh my gosh, I love hearing that. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's wild. My brain just bent a bit. Okay, so here's the douchebag moment, right? Where she's like, "Oh, I'm so glad I found you. Like, you have to understand that we can wait. I love you. It can't happen this way right now." And you're like, "I'm a man, and you're a woman. No ifs or buts. It's your choice.
That was so lame.
Your pa or me," which is douchebaggery.
Right.
Yeah,
Almanzo actually asking her to choose between him and her pa. No, that's outrageous. The real Almanzo just wouldn't do. That's
red
the
flag.
Are we breaking character? Would Almanzo seriously do that? That's douchebaggery.
It's
douchebaggery.
Big red flag. Girl,
serving
you
the
in
plot,
danger.
serving the plot.
Serving the plot. And he's like, "I want an answer," and she's like, "I can't," which is the
I've
right
wondered,
answer.
would there be a way of saying this that might have softened that a little bit? And of course, there would have been a way of saying that softened that a little bit.
Well, she's being like weirdly mature. Like, listen, I love you. We're totally going to get. We just can't do it right this minute.
Right.
And she's talked to her mom. Clearly, she's thinking maybe we'll meet in the middle. We'll talk him down. And he's like, nope, now, or I'm going to spout a bunch of. See, this was one I think I wrote down. Did Almanzo start listening to one of those like manosphere podcasts or something? Has he been listening to those manly man things? You need to tell your woman what's what. It's like he read a book and is now
you do what I
harassing
say,
her.
and that's it. Yeah.
Yes, I say. It's like, where did this come from? He's gone to someone for advice, like Mr. Edwards or someone. That's how you tell the little lady, and he's gone off because it makes no sense.
Yeah.
And then he leaves her. He leaves her in the wind. Plot.
Yeah.
Now, here's the next subplot happening, which is we go where they're building the new blind school in Walnut Grove. Yay. Then a letter from Adam's father arrives, and Pa goes to give it to Adam, and Adam's like, "This is great. This is the money we need to build our school." And boop, it's not.
Dun,
it's
dun,
a letter
dun.
saying that his father has passed away, which is stunning and terrible. And now how are they going to, their school is done. They can't build their school anymore. They're screwed. Have you ever told anyone that someone has died to them? It's tough.
The worst.
I have never done it to someone, but I had someone do it to me, and it was not lovely at all. I actually felt really bad for them that they had to tell me. It was terrible.
It's awful if you do it a bunch of times. At
That's
one point,
so you to feel bad for the person who has to get. You're not thinking about what you felt. You're thinking about what they went through to tell. You are so empathetic.
So nice. I hope I never have to tell you anyone's dead. During the AIDS pandemic, it was me. I had to go tell people all the time. People started nicknaming me Angel of Death, going, Allison's here. Who have you come to tell us about now? I'm like, it's really bad. I had to tell a boyfriend that his mom died. That was bad. Okay, I
diverted. Let's get
his grandma than his mom.
We'll get back to happier things. Sorry. I started this conversation. Now I'm going to end this conversation.
Poor Adam. But again, it's more hijinks because they have to then go and the thing and the money.
Let's talk about this for 1 second because there's a lot more to this episode and we have to hurry. But listen, this is something that I'm like, wait, what? Which is Ma told me that I should go with Adam to New York City because he's blind. And I'm like, yeah, no shit. Okay. But anyway, no one talks about, is this just like a nonchalant thing of this girl, pioneer girl, going to New York City?
Sleepy Eye. No, aren't they Sleepy Eye? They're going to go to Sleepy Eye.
No, they're going to New York.
They went to New
York.
How the hell
they
took
York?
Father? They took
really
a train. That's why she accompanied him, because he's blind.
But that's the whole thing. They go there and she finds the school and the thing, and she sends
No. You're jumping. But before that, they go to New York to find out that there's no money. So
she has to go there to find money. She goes all the way, and she's already been told she's too young to get married. She's still a child, etc. But they send her with the blind guy.
Right.
To New York City. Right. And then they never talk about it.
I mean, Adam's a member of the family. It's not like,
Anyway, so now they're back. Then,
plot point.
And Laura's providing her sunny, optimistic advice about, you can figure out a way, and we'll work this out. And if this doesn't work, we'll try something else. I mean, so
now, mind you, they get to that lawyer's office, and in a matter of seconds, we find out his dad, who previously I thought was very wealthy and this real badass lawyer, smart guy, was apparently a horrible businessman and lost all the money, and there isn't any money in the house, and the servants and no, there's no money. Goodbye. That was shenanigans serving the plot again. Like, where did that come from? Wait, his father was like a brilliant millionaire or something, and now all of a sudden he's a crazy spendthrift and there's no money. And that just came out of absolutely nowhere.
As his partner said, he was Adam's father was a great lawyer and a terrible businessman. I mean, there's nothing scummy about that. He just wasn't a good businessman. He didn't think about money. He just thought if he had his next case, he was going to make more money.
He dropped this like a bomb on them, and it's okay, we're doing that now.
and Adam accepted it, as one would expect. Adam accepted it very graciously.
Very sensible. Yes.
Very graciously.
Unlike Almanzo, who has temper tantrums.
Exactly. So there's the counterpoint. Yeah. Bad news doesn't sit well with Almanzo, but Adam's whole life is blown up. And he's gracious about it.
I don't know about you, but I was totally grossed out by the egg sandwiches. The egg sandwiches on the train. Yuck. Ick. And I love egg, and I love egg sandwiches, but there's something about a stodgy egg sandwich on a train in the 1800s.
That's the last thing I would have ordered on that train. And I like it. Yeah, I'd be like, I'm not getting the egg salad.
You might as well get tuna, for God's sakes. A terrible choice. All right. We're back.
He had a nice moment when he said, I hate egg sandwiches.
I think that was probably improvised, because her reaction was very, very authentic. I have a feeling he improvised that, which makes me happy, actually, because I'm like, thank you for acknowledging how disgusting this is.
It was a nice instinct.
Yes. Okay, now we're back in Walnut Grove. Listen, the arrival of my favorite guy, Percival. Percival shows up on the scene.
I love this. I mean, so he doesn't take the stagecoach, very frugal. He just takes like a wagon, a taxi, basically, the simpler method of transportation. No big stagecoach for him.
Yes.
And he's so cute. I mean, I'm watching this again. I'm running it back. And again, going, how cute. It's with the thing.
He's adorable.
He's perfect. He's perfect for this. Perfect for this. And he comes and he's so... Mr. Olsen, he's like, I'm busy. He's freaking brilliant in this. And I'm going, yes, of course. All meant to be. Really it is like perfect. Also, we have the entrance of kooky customer Henry Ryler, played by Dan McBride. I show him they don't want to eat the food unless you're cooking. And that's, I think, one of our early appearances of Dan McBride. Or he'd been there before.
No, he'd been there multiple times.
We'd already hit him with a chicken.
Hit him with the bread.
Oh, yeah. His running bit had been well established by this point.
Yeah, this guy, Dan McBride, he is a riot, and his whole bit is just he's dude in restaurant who gets abused by Nellie and Mrs. Olsen. That's the whole bit.
And the question is, why does he keep coming back?
Yes, why?
He's a single guy. He's a single guy on the prairie that clearly does not know how to cook or take care of himself.
Yes.
He has no other choice.
And he's got that wonderful snarky voice that he can bring, and he's great. He was perfect for that.
So beautiful Percival. And when they start sitting at the table going on, and he's got his notes of how we're going to train her, my face, another scene where I have to go, no notes. It's brilliant. You got Richard, you got Catherine, you got Steve, and there's bing, 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 bing. Everything's happening, and I am doing the eye roll. My eyes practically come out across the screen and fall into the. I am rolling my eyes, just like train. What the? Are you kidding me? I'm gonna be trained to do it. It's fabulous.
Well, and the line that you say,
is this the scene where you at the end of it you ask, does anyone want to know what I think?
How I feel.
And they say no.
No one cares. Stop.
Because Percival's you either close the restaurant or you make Caroline, the main person working full
Make a deal
time,
with Mrs.
change
Mrs.
the name of the
Ingalls.
restaurant from Nellie's to Carolyn's, and split it 50-50
true
with her
marketer.
with the profits.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he's right. He's dead right. He's dead right.
And Nellie doesn't want any of this. P.S.
And I'm like, God.
Although I have to say, when he first arrives and you first see him, Allison, I was looking at you and I was like, what does she think? And it does look like it's sort of love at first sight, for sure.
There's a weird thing that's happening that we see each other. Initially, it's like business here, but it's like,
you're checking him out.
Chemistry. There's some weird chemistry between them as soon as they meet. They don't know it. They don't know it's happening. She's like, who the hell is this guy? And he's like, oh, she's going to be a problem. But there's that ding, 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 ding,
there
ding,
is.
ding, ding, ding. It's
now,
kind of going on when we first
was that your own decision, or was that sort of talked about with Michael Landon to you? Or was that your actor choice?
This is a lot of the time, Michael sort of turned me loose. It was like drop quarter in slot, and it comes out there. I remember there are scenes where he literally, his direction from me was, and then you come in and, you give him one of those. You do that thing you do. And I'm like, okie dokie. And it's like, I guess I've been there long enough, I suppose. It was like, wind her up. And this one, I guess, maybe because of also the chemistry, Steve, as soon as he showed up, it's like, oh, well, this guy's going to drive this whole thing. It'll be fine. I was given free reign. There was not a lot of, okay, you should do this, you should do that.
Yeah,
it was like, well, what's she going to do? And I did feel like that when he showed up, there should be some kind of like, Sam and Diane, where is this going? Even from when they met.
Totally, it's that. It's definitely
that they're going to fight, but like, and so there is. Thank you for catching. As I said, the minute
totally
Easter eggs,
did.
I love inserting in the show that nobody notices for 45 years.
Hi,
but there,
it's me.
yes,
Hi.
where I first look at him, you go, hey, wait a minute, maybe.
Yeah, it was a good choice. It was.
You've been
really
reading
good
love
choice.
stories. It was like,
I was reading love stories, right?
Yeah.
Right? I've been waiting for something.
Fresh catch on the prairie, for sure.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I mean,
you know what? When I watched Steve's work, he was so clear.
He's so good.
He was so direct. Michael wrote these scenes in a very direct way. He delivered them very directly. It was just the facts, ma'am. This is what I see. I'm telling you what I see. And he really dropped all that in there really, really well.
Very well trained. I forget. I think he had a degree in drama or from Kent State. He'd gone out, but then he had studied with various teachers in New York, and then he'd come out. And then absolutely, he was in Lembeck's. He was in Harvey Lembeck's improv class for years, and actually turned me on to Lembeck's, where I went later. And so his improv skills were like,
He was well worked out. I mean, he just
so cute.
you could just see the two of you right away. You could just see bing, 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 bing. I mean, it was like it was really good tennis watching you guys.
He got it right away that, I like comedy because I'd been doing stand-up by then for a while. And so right away we hit it off. And I mean, well, we can talk about it in the Patreon, the things he said about me in an article, but we had chemistry from the get-go comedically. We're like, okay, here you go. Can you catch this? Oh, you did. Very good. Boom. And we were off to the races.
It's so great. All right. So now we're in Sleepy
Yes.
And
weird.
Oh, okay.
now
Right.
Laura and Adam and Paul are in Sleepy Eye. I don't remember why they're in Sleepy Eye.
Why are they in Sleepy Eye? Again,
I don't know why.
Well, because that's where Paul picked them up from the train.
Oh,
that's right. Because there's no
Okay.
train to Walnut Grove. You got to
Right.
take the train
Thank you,
to New
Dean.
York.
Thank you.
I
There's
think
no direct flight.
that's what.
Thank you.
Now, usually
Some
when we went to the
justification.
train, it was Jamestown, but it was called something else. But it
Yes.
was. But yes, they went to Sleepy
Boy,
Eye.
that train
to
got
do a
work in the
pickup.
show. This episode is a lot of train. Okay.
Well, they're driving in town, and Laura says, "Stop! Wait! There's an old abandoned courthouse for rent." And the
happens.
weirdest real estate transaction in history happens. Which is,
And I love this scene. I love Melissa
too.
in this scene. This is so Laura. This is where we see Laura Ingalls Wilder, where she marches in her little hat. She's got it like pointed. I'm ready for business.
Yeah.
And she's like, you look like a kid. When she goes, I'm not a kid. You look like a kid. Everybody looks like a kid when you're old. And she just goes, boom, boom, boom. This is what we're going to do. No, $40. No. And this is Laura Ingalls in action. This is what we came to see. This is the woman. Boom.
yes,
Right there.
so we're introduced to Houston, who is the old man living in the old abandoned courthouse. I don't know why or where.
Houston land.
With a yes,
This
with
guy.
a crazy
Doug
accent.
Taylor. Yes, 263 credits on IMDb. Yes, you have seen him in literally everything. Yes, you have, because he's been in an episode of every. He was in Bonnie and Clyde. He had a major role in Bonnie and Clyde. He's in Back to the Future Part 3 as the old guy in the bar. Of course he is. He is Doc Hooker's Bunch. He was actually the lead in Doc Hooker's Bunch. He actually had something called the Dub Taylor Show for 5 minutes in the 50s. He was like that well known. I don't know. Wow. It's there. Wow. Bonnie and Clyde, Pat Garrett, Billy the Kid, Thunderbolt and Lightfoot, Man Called Horse, many episodes of Banana. He goes all the way back to You Can't Take It With You and Mr. Smith Goes to Washington. This man was in everything. It was illegal to make a motion picture or a television show without this man in it.
My recollection of Dub is that he showed up in the wardrobe.
Huh.
It's like,
well, he'd have it.
Method,
like this was his Dub Taylor in B Westerns was a stock character in B Western. Did a ton of them, and this was his guy with the bowler hat and the what's the sort of the long johns and the whole thing.
Yep. Things showing under the shirt.
This was his deal, and he just the hair wisp. I just have the sense he walked on the stage. Yes. He was dressed.
And technically, in a way, is he still with us? In a way, because he has a son. He has a son, Buck Taylor, who also, insane career, Western people. And Buck Taylor plays Emmett Walsh on Yellowstone with Leslie Landon.
No.
Who starts in Yellowstone.
That's
with Buck
wild.
Taylor, his son. Of course he does. Of course he does.
Wow. Okay.
Yes.
Also, just on a personal note, what was he like? What was he like,
together.
Dean? What was he like to work with?
He was a very nice man. I thought he was a very nice man.
He was a lovely, lovely character. I mean, he was gentle, soft spoken. He was just really, really easy. And you could throw anything at him, and he was going to just ride with it. And what you could see. Yeah, but what you can see with so many actors who, I mean, you could see he was a really good dramatic actor. In the second part of this, he's got a lovely scene that he's going to do about, little lady talk to his heart. But he has access to all of he knows this character. He's worked this in Harvey Lembeck's class. He worked out who this guy was.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, and he brought it.
Doug, he's been playing this character since shortly after the silent era.
Yeah.
Continuously. He knows that. He is not worried. He is not bothered.
Yeah.
No, he's really, he's so
I love that. What does he call her? Feisty thing. Plum, pure, perfect, feisty.
And that's what it's nailed it. This is the Laura we want to see.
Yeah, so they make this deal
she was
in 2 minutes or less.
She gets
no
less
contract.
He
Nothing's in
wants 100.
writing.
He talks him down to 40 for God's sake.
That's a good deal, and he can live there. Yep.
Yeah.
And then this is the part that gets me, that made me laugh so hard. Then she goes out to the wagon back to Adam and Pa, and she's like, "Yeah, we got it, and it's $40 a month. Except that they need 2 months, so it's really $80 we need." And also, like, "Oh yeah, that's Houston. He's fine. He won't hurt anyone. He's great." And I'm like, "How do you know? You met him for 30 seconds, and he was mean to you." You know nothing.
Ingalls has been getting in wagons with strangers since year one of this.
Those Ingalls girls just will get in the wagon with anybody.
That's right. Anyway, so, again, just serving the plot. So now they have this courthouse, but how are they going to pay? How are they going to pay for it?
If only there was a miracle.
Boom, boom, boom.
That's
right, exactly.
So they're back at the house trying to work out the finances. They're like, "We can't do it." And again, if there was only a miracle, knock, knock, knock at the door, and it's Nels who comes in to tell them about the new restaurant plan. And once Ma realizes that she will be making 50% of the profits, she realizes, I can do this, and we can pay for the schoolhouse. This can happen. Even if it's just temporarily, the Lord will provide, which is what Pa always says. And
I love
irritated.
her transition from like, we couldn't possibly, I don't want to work any more days a week. Oh, yes, we have the
and
family.
Then she looks at the numbers.
Charles, can I speak to you for a minute? Charles. Love it so much.
All right, so now, we're on, right? We're on. In the meantime, we go back.
Right.
Percival is now trying to teach Nellie
this is
how to, because her first cooking lesson, which is simply let's crack an
separate
egg
yolks
and
from
separate
from
the
eggs.
Separating,
Yeah.
which is hard, and for those that playing the home game, yes, Steve Tracy could separate eggs. In fact, he could do it with one freaking hand. He was a brilliant cook. He was like, yeah, what? No problem. So he is trying to teach me to separate eggs. And I have
This is
one
an
of my
iconic
greatest
scene.
themes.
Yes,
This is right up
iconic.
there with going down the hill in the wheelchair, cinnamon chicken.
Yes.
This is one of the
Shortbread,
greatest
short
singings.
ribs.
Yeah, this is in the top 3. Those
I
are the
don't
top
want
3.
Yeah, I didn't
right.
ask for this restaurant, and I start with the shortcuts to cooking, short ribs, shortcake, and the shortening, and then my favorite, I smash the egg, I will separate eggs. There, Quasimodo, I am all done. I literally call him Quasimodo.
Yes.
Who can say that they ever got to play a part in a TV show or film where they got to call someone Quasimodo?
I mean, it's so brilliantly written. It's so good. And the way that you do it is so good. You want to hear my little ooh, that I recognize that you did in this? He says, and it's a timing thing. It's a timing thing. And you freaking nail it. And it gets me every time where he says, would you like to try again? And you repeat it in the same exact cadence, which is comic gold. You say, no, I would not like to try again.
This is
a lesser actor would not have picked up on doing that, and you nailed it so hard. It's genius.
Thank you. But I must give, this is a Catherine McGregor does get some credit on this one, because Catherine McGregor had this habit, which normally in acting school they tell you, never, ever, ever do this to anyone. This is the worst possible thing. Repeat back what someone said to them with in voice. And she would do it all the time. That the pig farmer that I love him. And she would do this all the time. And I remember going, that's so against the rules, but okay. And she
But
would
it's so
drive
right for the
people
character.
mad. And she was like, yeah, you can totally do this. And so, no,
much.
I wouldn't like to try again. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm doing it. I'm going there. I'm going there right now.
It's perfect. It's so perfect.
So
and it's
fun.
so bratty and horrible. It's just horrible that when he dumps the eggs on your head, it is so karmically
It's great.
like full circle yes. It's just a giant universal hallelujah, amen, yes.
This is where the audience really, gets gratified by these moments where
so
but
good.
See, to do that, I know I'm going to get eggs in my head, right? So to justify this, so that the audience goes, yes, she did deserve that, and we feel we've gotten come out. I got to go all the way. I got to skate all the way out onto the lake of thin ice and go all the way with how horrible I am. Otherwise, it's like, why is this man pouring eggs
That's
over
right.
the poor young girl's head?
Right.
Unless I'm the worst person in the world, then we justified that the eggs go over my head. So
And his final line to you is,
You
as
justified
pretty as
it
you
really
are,
well.
you don't need a restaurant to get a husband. And that is it. The deal is sealed. She is
That's the
madly and
moment.
wildly in love with him.
And the shift then to have the complete snarl fest, and then he said I was pretty. I love this scene so much. I'm like,
It's
I sit there and
so
watch it over and
good.
over again. Yay, yay,
It's
yay.
so
and
good.
his
It's
face.
a really nice scene, Allison.
You pouring the eggs, and like I also have a very short temper, but his shift when he goes to the door, and he's like I said, Sam and Diane stuff going on.
Yep.
He's still mad. He's just, but he goes, and as pretty as you are, you don't need a restaurant to catch a man. And goes, and I'm like, whoa, because he was mad. He didn't have to say that. He could have
That's
just
right.
said, "To hell with you, you crazy lady."
Right.
But he stops to tell me that I'm. What? Okay, how in love was he? I mean, that he even when he was mad, he had to say,
Yeah.
"It's the greatest scene." And then, of course, we go
It's the
across the
greatest
street.
scene.
And that's when Steve Tracy becomes a national hero.
Oh
Because
no!
he tells
Wait a minute! No! But let's not miss the moment
Yes, yes.
where Caroline comes in and says, what happened?
What happened?
The most wonderful thing, you say.
It's something wonderful. He said I was pretty.
He said I was
Called
pretty.
me pretty.
I think
Do,
don't-
do, do,
He
do. The
called it- is
music,
that what
the
it was?
David
Yeah, he
Rose
called me pretty.
music.
Yeah.
And yes, he told me,
Magic.
and people weren't calling me pretty then, so it was a thing.
No.
It was a thing. But he goes across the street, and this is where Steve Tracy became a national hero.
Yes.
Overnight.
Yes.
Will you be quiet? He tells Mrs. Olsen to shut her face, and she does. And now, Richard Bull, boom, boom. What is happening? What is happening? What is happening? Why is she?
It's the reactions of both of them. Catherine McGregor's reaction to being told like that, and then his Richard Bull's reaction to her reaction to him doing it is priceless. It's unbelievable how good it is.
And then also another comedy timing. Me and Steve, like we hadn't known each other that long. He goes to open the door, and I'm still on the doorknob, and I almost fall through the door.
Yes.
That was like the shtick there. Like we were off to the races with like, let's do the falling through the door bit. And then I'm just like, I said, no, yes, fine, whatever you want. And it's marvelous. His look of satisfaction when he's got us both sorted. Nellie's like, I'm going to go back to work. Mrs. Olson's quiet. He goes, where? Right. And he's like, well, that's how it is. And the whole look is, and that is how it's done. And he stomps.
Yeah, he says, maybe now we'll get someplace.
And Nell's is speechless. Yeah.
Nell says
He's
never. He has
so
never.
During the Patreon, we'll discuss why it is really bad to have eggs poured over your head and just exactly how disgusting it was.
Yeah, I know, because those eggs were a day old by the time you filmed that next scene, right?
Like days later. Days later. So I will tell the disgustingness of what happens when you have eggs over your head, and then you have to shoot a scene days later and have eggs. Wait
a minute. You mean the eggs were? You didn't shoot the egg pouring was a different day?
Yes. Like I think the egg pouring was Friday, and then we were out in Simi on Monday because that's in Simi burst into the place.
So those were 3-day-old eggs.
We had to put the wig with
you put the eggs back on your head is what you're saying.
Yeah.
No,
got it.
They didn't wash the wig. They let it sit.
They didn't wash the wig.
So
their bacterial infected
days later.
Ebola wig. Her Ebola wig.
Yeah,
could have killed the entire cast.
It was so gross. I have stories.
What is nasty?
I didn't realize that. That's interesting that happened.
Yeah. And the egg running down my face. They had to recreate the whole thing, and it was. They took Polaroids to see like where the eggshells were.
Yeah.
So
where the yolk was. God. Wow.
Yucky.
Oh, that's awesome. I had no I didn't know about the different day thing. It
stunk. And they put it on. I'm like, no, oh God, no. And then they poured fresh wet egg on it to get it and they went, well, it was running down your nose, so they had to match. And then they arranged the eggshells.
I wonder if today, with health department concerns,
Lord, no,
ever have shot that
No. I don't think anyone would have been able to do that.
Because egg splashed him when he did this.
Yeah, it got in his vest.
So the bruh man, I was like, Dean, whip it, chicka, here you go, and with a brush, putting egg yolk, because there was a little hair on your lapel on the tie, and there was a little hair on your pants. So he had some egg white on his pant leg and his necktie. And maybe during the Patreon, I will not tell you what Michael Landon said. Maybe during the Patreon. But you know Michael.
Okay. If you haven't signed up for Patreon, what are you waiting for, people?
It was a great day.
Let's race to the finish.
Great day. Race to the finish. Okay,
right.
okay.
Yes, finish.
So good.
Okay, so now Laura's crying. She's trying to be brave, but she's crying, and Ma comes up and gives her the mother-daughter talk of the century, which is the reverse psychology. He's not actually that handsome. He's awkward. He's not that bright. And Laura's like, no, he is. He is.
All of that.
And Ma does the reverse psychology, which is also weird because you would think if your teenage daughter's boyfriend ran away and was a jerk to you and made you choose, that the mother would probably be like, screw that guy, good riddance. But she's not. She thinks it's all according to plan because Pa at one point did the same thing to her, apparently, when they were
Which
young.
is so unhealthy. Like, oh no, that's bad. He ran off
a red flag
for a month. Really? Because that's terrible, actually.
Red flag. Okay, so she's like, this is the other thing that I laughed at, that I didn't really ever catch until watching it this time. I don't know why. But she's like, instead of feeling your feelings, you should just stay really busy so you don't have to feel your feelings.
Stay busy, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm like, you're working. Forget about
well, that's not healthy either. But okay, Prairie Mom.
Bad.
So she's like, get busy, help Adam and Mary go to sleep in. And
Yeah,
help them.
right.
Would you like
because
to do
it was
that?
a
She's
ruse.
like, yeah.
It's a ruse. She didn't mean she should go work. She had to come up with this nonsense story.
Yes.
So she would go back to Sleepy Eye.
Right.
Because Eliza
To help
Jane.
Adam and Mary, who
Tell
need
Adam and
help
Mary
with this
with the
building.
new schoolhouse.
Sure.
And she's like, stay busy. It'll keep your mind off things. Okay?
Yeah, right.
So then we discover Ma comes back to bed. And Charles is like, well, good riddance to that
Yes.
guy if he, which is, hello, correct, by the way.
Yeah, hello, finally.
And she tells him, no, she's going to go to Sleepy Eye. And she found out that Almanzo is in Sleepy Eye. And Charles is like, you're sending her to Sleepy Eye knowing
Oh, yeah, he's like,
Almanzo's
where's he? I
in
don't
Sleepy
even
Eye.
know where he
Charles
is.
was like,
I don't even know
if I
where
knew
he
where he
is.
was, I'd give him a good thrashing. Pause.
Yes, he's in. Jen Ma's like, he's in Sleepy Eye. He's like, what is going on?
All according to plan.
The course
And
of
he
true
goes,
love.
I don't
The
understand
course
you.
of
And she
true
goes,
love.
I know. Freeze
And
frame.
Eliza Jane
I
was in
know.
on it.
I think this
That's
is a
where the part
very
one
sweet
episode
moment for
ends.
Karen.
It's beautiful.
But it's a lovely moment for Karen where she gets to be sort of the sweet plotter. It's not there's nothing
Yes.
there's nothing nefarious about it. She knows how her daughter feels, and she's putting her in a position where something good can happen.
Right.
Hopefully
We have
something good
established in other episodes she is a matchmaker because remember was it Mr. Edwards
Yes,
and
and
happens. And Grace Snyder.
and Grace.
Yeah.
So she does have a weird
Yeah, she
cuckoo
has
matchmaking streak.
She does.
But so it's not completely out of character. But yes,
Yeah.
there's this whole episode is full of moments of
Shenanigans and tomfoolery in part one. Yes. But I
it's
love
all
it.
about love. It's almost Shakespearean. It's almost the whole like cuckoo Shakespearean cross lovers thing. Yeah.
Also, I have to mention
Michael puts a lot in motion in this first hour. Oh yeah,
there's
go ahead.
so much. No, there is. I mean, this part one is loaded. There's so much happening. There are three or four subplots in this episode. I mean, it's enormous. This episode.
Three.
Three. Yeah.
Three biggies.
Also, shout out to the famous dress that Laura wears that symbolizes she is a woman now. And I always love that dress. It's so pretty. The colors are perfect for her. It's gorgeous. Didn't Ingalls Gunn make a replicate of that dress?
She did.
Laura Ingalls Gunn recreated
Yeah.
it, I thought, very nicely.
Really
And particularly,
beautifully.
My wife Catherine was knocked out by her recreation of the hat.
Oh my
She thought
gosh.
the hat was just
So good.
amazing.
Incredible.
That's my favorite part. I like that because he's like,
Yeah, yeah.
"Brr, set my cap, the hat, the
Yeah,
hat." and
that
his hat
outfit
acting
is so
in this
beautiful. I always love that outfit, and it's very symbolic of Laura's maturity now. She's a woman. I'm a woman, and I hate you all. Okay, this is part one. There is a part two. Can you believe it?
Where it
It
all
gets better.
Oh my, there's part two. On the other side of Valentine's Day, you'll get
On
that.
the
That's
other
where the
side
real
of
happy
Valentine's
ending
Day.
will be.
So we'll be living in the land of love in these next 2 weeks, and with Valentine's Day in between. I want to remind our audience, please go to our YouTube channel, write in your Valentine messages, memes, slogans for whatever character you want, and we will pick the top 5 and feature them on our social media on Valentine's Day. So you know where we live on YouTube. Go to YouTube. It's easy. And then you'll actually see them.
Houston Lamb Valentine. I want the Houston.
Yeah. I want a Percival one. I'm going to think on it. Any other final notes on part one? I can't wait till part 2. It gets even better, you guys. It has
really
everything in these episodes. Everything.
It does sort of, the episode just blows by. It's funny. Some episodes take as you're watching them, but this so clearly advances moment to moment to moment to moment. And you just sort of he's leading us on, Michael's leading us on this really fun ride to Sleepy Eye, where all things will manifest in the end. Yeah.
All right. Well, that's it for today then, guys. I'm exhausted, quite frankly.
It's going to be even crazier. Oh, my God.
I know. It's just amazing.
It's so good. These are my favorites. All right, everybody, go to our YouTube, enter our Valentine. And also, you can go to our other socials, Little House 50 Podcast, or our website, littlehouse50podcast.com. We'll see you next time for part 2. And happy Valentine's Day, everybody. We're all wearing our red. Well, Dean, you're wearing your gray, but you have a red thing in the back. You have red in the back.
I know. Funny. Well, I'm always true blue. That's just, that's me. I'm blue.
That's it.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. Bob, get the wig. We'll see you next time. Don't get egg on you, whatever you do. I didn't think
I can't believe I can even eat eggs.